not stopping. We're just getting started.
Oh yeah, back once again. It's Loveline. 1-800-LOVE. 191 is the number. I am Psycho Mike Catherwood. More importantly, my radio partner and my life partner is here. He's Dr. Drew Pinsky. He's a board-certified physician and an addiction medicine specialist. In short, that means if your problems and Dr. Drew stepped in the ring, first round knockout. You know, our guests tonight are two very talented men.
There he is, right now, in fact.
Oh, there it is. Walking in right now.
How are you?
He is the mayor of the town of tomfoolery, Johnny Knoxville. How are you? And his cousin,
Roger Allen Wade,
a very talented musician who seamlessly blends outlaw country with genuine laugh-out-loud comedy. He is Roger Allen Wade, performing at the Hootenanny Saturday, July 3rd, the Oaks Canyon Ranch in Irvine. If you're here in Southern California, make your way out. Gentlemen, how are you?
good.
Is Roger in there?
Yes, sir. How you doing, cuz? Hey, cuz, how are you?
Doing good, man. Just I meet up with the crotch crickets, but other than that, I'm just doing wonderful.
Crotch crickets.
Yeah.
Nice.
I need a Tennessee English dictionary.
Yeah. I'll be the translator.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's the crabs, Dr. Drew.
Oh, the crabs.
Yes.
Oh,
Crotch
goodness.
crickets.
Is it? I didn't know that in 2010 people still got the crabs. I
Oh,
thought that
hell
was
yeah.
Sure.
Is it?
Well, that was a very 80s thing, but people still do get it.
80s. I used to talk about it in Nam, Dr. Drew. That was one of the things we were worried about. We get gangrene on our feet and the crabs on our wiener.
Yeah. In Jackass 2, one of the guys, we were collecting pubes from different fellows from the cast and crew, and one of the guys had crabs, thank God, goodness.
And those ended up on Aaron's face, right?
Yes. But I don't want to work blue tonight. I don't want to work blue. I'm sitting next to Dr. Drew. I have a immense amount of respect for him, so I'm not going to work blue.
Johnny, you can do anything you want. It's all good.
I'm probably going to work a little blue.
Okay, good. I feel sort of like let down if you did.
And this radio show's a haven for that kind of stuff, Mr. Knoxville, so don't be afraid.
Thank you.
Roger?
Wait, hang on a second. Anderson has a puss on. Are we all right?
No, the way that you just used blue there, Johnny.
Right.
I was just in a huge argument with the producer of the show, and she said that saying blue means being sad. And I'm like, no.
No. Blue comedy goes blue.
We're working on a lovely
Blue
demo right
mood.
now.
Blue mood goes sad. Blue comedy is.
It's like hardcore, right? It's
Like Lenny Bruce, he worked blue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. God, and of course she's not here tonight, but we had a huge blowout argument. Just
No,
last week.
that's a given. In the entertainment world, working blue means being dirty, being naughty.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for clarifying.
Well
I'm going to
done.
send her a copy.
Thank you.
So, gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Do you want to talk about the Hootenanny real quick again? I'm not sure everybody heard it. Where it is, what time it is, who's playing.
July the 3rd, Oaks Canyon Ranch, which is in Irvine, California here. I highly suggest you make your way out. Not only is Roger Allen Wade performing, also our friend Nick 13 from Tiger Army, Shooter Jennings, and the showdown, Chuck Berry versus Jerry Lee Lewis. It's the kind of the early rockabilly culture is something that I hold very near and dear to my heart, because that's the music I was raised on because of my father. He was a big kind of Carl Perkins, Chuck Berry, early Sun Records, Elvis guy, and it carried over into to my musical taste. Roger, I mean, I'm sure those
Rat and Poison.
Okay, listen, it kind of, those are the things that are kind of force fed to you by being a product of the 80s.
I see.
And general
It's rebellion
general
version.
proximity of the Sunset Strip.
Right.
Mr. Wade, I'm sure the standard guys were your influences growing up, the Hank 1 and 2 and the Johnnies and the Willies and all those guys. But did you have any influences as far as comedy goes when it comes to writing music?
I don't know, man. And most of that's just, kind of tell the truth and keep it in time and make it rhyme. But, man, just getting to go see Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis. Chuck Berry, the great American songwriter. Everything that rolled off his tongue was just like some conversation from that time, Then Jerry Lee, man, they ain't nothing like the Killer. And our friend Bill Hardy, who was kind enough to have us at the Hootenanny, was telling some wonderful stories about trying to soothe those two egos and walk that thin line between making them both feel like they were the guy without having to back down to the other ones. There was some wonderful stories Bill told, because They're both, I would say, probably in late 70s, early 80s, but still
Wow.
on fire with that rock and roll, man.
Oh yeah, they eat up with it.
And still on fire with the ego, I would imagine, both of them.
It hadn't calmed any with age, I don't think. And can I say real quick what an honor it is to be on here, and what an inspiration to me that Dr. Drew has been and inspired me. In fact, turned my life around here about 2 years and 5 months ago.
Wow, Roger.
I got clean and sober, and so it's just a real privilege to be on here.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Well done.
Congratulations.
You did all the work, baby.
Him and Steve-O got sober about the same time, and liquor sales in America went down about 23%.
Listen, another 50% with this guy.
I think it triggered the economic downturn.
There might be something to that, cuz.
Well, and listen, you've heard me say it before, Johnny, but Johnny Knoxville is responsible for Steve-O being alive.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
And I didn't want to, get too in depth with this kind of stuff on the air because I didn't want to embarrass Mr. Knoxville. This is the first time I've had, formally met him, and he just walked in the door. But I know from my own personal recovery that it's very tough. It's a very tough thing to do, to really take that step to come to a friend of yours and draw the line in the sand and do that. But you quickly learn when you have a problem and you need help that who your friends really are.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of friends in my life that were willing to do that, and I'll love those guys for the rest of my life. But at the time, it was I can't imagine the burden that it emotionally took on them to have to do that. And not a lot of people out there have people that close to them that are willing to do that. And for you to do that, because we know Steve-O personally on and off the air, and for you to do that is a tremendous thing, and you deserve a big pat on the back for that.
No, thank you. Well, I mean, we were really feeling helpless at the time, and we didn't know what to do. And if it hadn't been for Dr. Drew telling us, well, these are the steps you need to take, and he was willing to help us take those steps. And if it hadn't been for Dr. Drew, I don't know what we would have done. And he gave us a really good plan, and we just instituted as best we could. But I mean, we just got him to the hospital. Steve-O made this choice to stay in the hospital and get better. So,
but that's a huge piece of this, and you'd be amazed. I'd say 8 out of 10 times I describe those plans, people don't do it.
right. So
Well, sure, because it's like, look, it's exactly like the dog trainer tells me exactly how to take care of my misbehaving dogs.
Right. Right.
And as soon as I have all these plans in my head, and I listen to the dog trainer, and I go home, and as soon as my little dogs start yapping, I'm supposed to do A, B, and C, and I look at them in the eyes, and I go, I can't do that, because it's just too tough, and you don't want to hurt them emotionally because you love it, and but you got to. If you really care about that, that person,
it saves people's lives.
Yeah, and like I said, Mr. Knoxville, not a lot of people are lucky enough to have people that care that much in their lives, and you deserve big congrats for that.
Oh, well, thank you. It was me and a lot of my friends, and we just love Steve-O, and he's doing great. He celebrated the 2nd year of his sobriety on our set in Florida, and he's just changed person. He's still the same sweet Steve-O, and he's still funny as hell, and loves the camera, loves the attention, and he's going so big in the new movie. It's not like, oh, he could just do that because he used to drink or on drugs. That's not true at all.
Right.
He's just got a lot of heart.
I've seen his sad picture.
Oh, the broken nose eye socket destruction picture.
Oh yeah. He got pretty angry over that for a little while, but him, that's been all. He got punched a little, and
A little.
Well, you don't have to
When you rub your balls while you're jerking off, that it feels so much better.
That's
That's Mr. O joining us in absentia, I guess. I texted him while he was filming out in Florida just to see how everything was going, like kind of a recovery thing to make sure. And filming's going great, dude. And I get this text back with this picture of his face just mangled, and I'm like, well, I can tell it is going
Seems
fantastic.
about right.
Yeah, he's getting great footage, man. And when we do travel, he always has a rental car so we can get to meetings, and he usually has someone traveling with him, and
He's very serious about his recovery.
really serious.
Out of all the people, involved in recovery with me that I see, friends of mine that I know in the program and stuff, he is one of the most serious people I know. I mean, he really has just immersed himself in it in a good way, because a lot of times you can go too far, the other way. 1-800-LOVE 191 is the number to give us a call here. Two very talented and charismatic men are